everyone. Good evening. Welcome in. This is the CSC Racing League. My name is Soji Sakata. I am the S of CSC, and tonight, the street stocks are back, and we are continuing our New England swing. We raced at Stafford last week, and we're just down the road. This is South Boston Speedway, and you're getting live shots of South Boston here. Let's pull the simulator back up so we can check out this track. There's the scenic camera. South Boston, a 4/10 of a mile asphalt oval, as the 15 and the 5 fly by down the front stretch. It's a very short track, relatively low banking for the particular style of track that it is. However, definitely not a slow track. Despite being 4/10 of a mile, drivers can lap this circuit in just under 17.5-ish seconds, give or take. I believe let's check out the fastest lap in the session set so far. Has anybody been able to beat my time? Why am I not listed? Oh no, there I am. Yes! Zach Davidson beats my time. Finally, somebody gets it done. 16.1, actually. Hey, Chris, thank you for the 100 bits. He says, let's go! I agree. For those of you who don't know, we are finally a Twitch affiliate here on the channel. So, you can donate. That is what dominance looks like. Davidson! If you weren't my teammate on Monday nights. But yes, we are Twitch affiliated, so we have channel points you can earn, which is awesome. You have some perks there. You can donate now, which is great. If you want to support the league, you like what we do, give us some support. Donate if you can. We appreciate it. It is never necessary, but always appreciated. With that being said, let's check out, now that we've gotten a good look here at the South Boston Speedway, or SOBO as they seem to call it, let's take a look at the cars we'll be using this evening. For those of you who've been with us in this league for a while now, you'll recognize these if you've been watching. But for those of you who haven't, let's go through them just to make sure you're up to date. These are the street stocks. 375 horsepower pushrod V8s, 4-speed manual gearboxes with the H pattern. This is the 70s Camaro called Panther. Here's the 1980s, the late 80s style Chevrolet Monte Carlo SS. They call it Casino. As for the specs on these cars, they are all identical under the skin. The 375 horse pushrod V8s, 4-speed manual gearboxes, 15x7 Hoosier Comanche radials, and a straight live rear axle. They are a handful to drive. They're very loose. They're very wild. But they're also very, very fun. As you get a look at the third and final car, that is the 90s Thunderbird that they call Eagle. With the cars gone over, let's come back and take a look at tonight's starting lineup of drivers. Let's see who's going to have a chance at competing for a win this evening. Looks like Trevor LaPierre is in the server. Let's see where he's at. Is he on track? He is not current. Oh, there he is. He is on track. He just gave me a static camera to start. There he is in the Panther, the number 23 Wonder Bread machine. Let's see who else we've got out there on track. I think TV camera 3 is my best option for this particular track. We have... Nope, that's camera. There we go. There's a different driver. There's Mr. Gary Greenlee in the Dubby machine, and that's an all-new Dubby machine. Your eyes do not deceive you. He has made his way from the Panther to the Eagle, and that is the Dubby Bird, as he is calling it. I believe that is a tribute to the late Alan Kulwicki, in a sense. So, cool car there. Gary, that's not the way you go down the track. Not sure where he's going there, but we'll have to keep an eye on Gary and make sure he's okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, Chick Hicks is back. That's the number 13. That is Chris Hood. Have to see. He's been up front at some races and towards the back in others. We'll have to see if South Boston fits his particular style tonight. We watched Trevor already go around there. Oh, there's another. There's an old familiar machine. It's the number 5 Old Style Beer. That is Derek Hilker. a regular here in the Street Stock Series. Should be fun to see what he's got in store for us tonight. Here's a new paint scheme for a familiar driver. See if I can get back to him. There it is. That is the 15 car of Cameron Romano. He's sporting a special paint job tonight. Cameron was a big fan of the band Kiss, believe he still is, and their one member, Ace Fishley, passed away recently. So the 15 car foregoing his normal livery tonight in lieu of this tribute scheme to Ace. I believe it's Fishley. It might be is it Freshley or Fishley? I can't read that text. Whatever the case is, rest in peace to that particular band member of Kiss. I know Cameron said that band meant a lot to him, so he wanted to do something nice and remember a member of a band that meant a lot to him. So, nice paint scheme there tonight from a regular here in the CSC. Cameron, of course, one of the two C's in CSC, the other being that 13 car of Chris Hood up there. Trevor LaPierre making laps with the nose knocked off of that 23 machine. It's still practice, Trevor. You can come down and get that thing fixed. It's Fraley. Oh, it's Fraley. Thank you, Cameron. I appreciate that. The KISS text on the side makes it hard to read for me. I'm not used to reading that, and when you're driving fast, it blurs together a little bit. So, thank you for the clarification. It is Ace Fraley. So, thank you for correcting me there. As I said, I'm not a huge KISS person, so I didn't know much about it. And there's also, of course, the very familiar Skull Bandit Rust Bucket tribute car. There is Mr. Zach Davidson in that number 19 Casino. Zach appears to be like me, preferring that Casino. There is actually my car. That is the Eagle that I'm running tonight. I've decided to try something new. And I found an old Smokey and the Bandit paint scheme for it. I forgot to change my number to gold, but so be it. So with that being said, we got 6 minutes left in practice. I am fully healed from surgery, so I don't have to fear driving anymore. Let's jump into the CSC test car powered by SRD. And let's see what we can do about showing you guys a few laps around this crazy wild track. I need to be sitting down in this cockpit a little bit more. Seating position in the Eagle a little bit high for my taste. So, going to be wide down the back stretch, entering wide, rolling throttle. Definitely want to be up on the track for sure. As I get taken out. Oh yeah, that knocked the right front off of it pretty bad. Okay, yep, taking that one to pit. As I'm being griefed for some unknown reason here. Let's try that again, shall we? Alright, let's go. So, let's try this again. Enter high, roll throttle through the corner, hard on the exit, but watch the oversteer. The track flattens out fast, and it will turn around and bite you. Really got to be patient on that throttle as we navigate the spun car of Hilker. Getting on throttle can be your best friend because it can really save you time down the straights. But it can also, whoa, mean doom for you if you get into it too early because you'll slide the car and have no chance of catching it. Whoa, now I got the tires overheated and it's really loopy now. Tried to overdrive it there, now I'm paying the price. Davidson in that Casino set a high bar. Well, I was able to get the piece of the rev limiter there. Can I save it this time? Saved it. Woo! So a very slick, oversteery track. Don't be surprised to see a lot of spins coming out of turn 2 and 4 this week. Be a very common issue here tonight at South Boston. Ah! Nuts. Oh,
hey,
man.
Chris, talk shit, get hit.
Woo.
Listen, I'll get you back in a sec.
I've only done like 6 or 8 laps in this session, and I am already sweating. These guys are in for an absolute workout tonight. This track will push you as a driver because you got to be up on that wheel every split second. This is a track that will make you work. Look how loose my car gets coming off the corners. Just you're along for the ride. There's no saving it. When you finally do loop it, man alive, are you along for the ride. Let's take a look at some of these other drivers on track. Zach Davidson ringing that bottom line hard and fast. Oh, Trevor, big hit into the inside wall as Chris Hood parks it on the apron of 2. Is he going to take out the 19? No, they're going to battle for position, it looks like. Holy smokes. Excuse me. Whew. Nose surgery giving me a little bit of the sneezes here. We persevere. See where Derek Hilker's running that car. Looks like he's trying to ring that bottom side and exit a little bit high. Pretty healthy line there. Let's see if anybody's been able to top Mr. Davidson. None other than Mr. Davidson himself, the first person to break the 16-second barrier. 15.957. What a lap. Oh, this is a nice update. I just realized they updated the leaderboards here. iRacing had an update overnight, for those of you who don't know. Today is 10/17, so 10/16, I believe, the update was released.
Hello, hello.
Very, very nice update. Quite like that. All right. We got Derek Hilker, second fastest on the board, 16.077. My fast lap time of the session set a little while back, 16.125. Trevor LaPierre close behind, 16.173. Chris Hood, 16.271. Romano, 16.296. And Greenlee in his new Eagle, 16.467. Currently a 6-car field for the feature this evening. I know it says 7 cars, but oh my God, we got a junkyard on the front stretch.
Dear God, that's too much fun.
Penalty for intent wrecking. All competitors. Penalties offset. Replay first down. That was one of my better jokes, I think. Oh, man. Well, that's all right. Bunch of wrecking going on here, but it's all in the name of fun. With only 30 seconds left in the practice session, pretty much everybody has their laps in that they want to have in. Now they're just messing with each other for the fun. And since these aren't real race cars, we don't have to feel bad about crashing them like we would in real life. They may drive like the real thing, but you don't have to feel so bad about it, which is nice. All right, with that being said, let's check out your starting lineup.
How the fuck am I starting P2?
It's random.
Oops. Oh, we've lost. Oh, nope, I hit the wrong button. That was camera.
In all reality, that pickup truck could kick our butt.
All hail the pace truck.
There we go. All right. Here is your starting lineup for the heat race to set the grid for the feature. By random draw, your pole sitter. The number 5 car, Derek Hilker. Outside row 1, the 15 car and the Fraley? Ace Fraley tribute car. That is Cameron Romano. Inside row 2, Zach Davidson and the number 19 Casino. Outside row 2, that is the Chick Hicks machine of Chris Hood. Inside row 3, that is the 69 Dubby Bird, Gary Greenlee. And last but not least, the number 23 Wonder Bread machine, that is Trevor LaPierre. They will do one full parade pace lap as they go around the track. Reminder, this is 10 laps, no cautions, no matter what. First to the finish takes the pole for the feature. We will then have a 7-minute warm-up session for drivers to get comfortable, and then it's the 50-lap feature for all the marbles. All right, green flag is out. We're away in racing here at South Boston. Hilker out to the lead. Hood way up out of the groove. He's going to fall to the back if he's not careful. Hilker, oh, Chris Hood into the wall in the back. Davidson low, Hilker mid, Romano high, all trying different lines, trying to find a way to the lead. Greenlee 4th, LaPierre 5th, Chris Hood with damage 6. Oh, as Greenlee goes around. Greenlee has destroyed the Dubby Bird. All the way to the back. Hilker still leads, now out to a 4 or 5 car advantage. 5-car battle for the lead. Greenlee well off the pace. He's just going to be looking to get to the feature now. All cars went single file at this point. LaPierre way out of the groove. Looked like he might have lost the corner there. Whoa! Cameron Romano hangs the back end out. He's going to enter low, trying to defend that position from Davidson. Davidson enters high, swings low, tries to get a run on him. Can't make it happen. Romano, second place in holding, despite a loose moment off a 2. Oh! Trevor LaPierre gets loose coming off a 2. That's going to put him to the back of the field. Hilker still out front. Davidson trying to look on Romano for second. Hood waiting in 4th, waiting for something to happen. Whoa, Davidson! Down! Zach Davidson. Oh, and he collects Trevor LaPierre. Massive 2-car incident. The 19 is jumped the 23 and the 69. Oh, major damage. Davidson may have to look at towing that machine. Can't get a good camera angle of him here. Let's hope he gets it righted. He ended up towing the vehicle. Your leader still stands, Derek Hilker in the 5. Romano 15, second by a mile. And it's about 10 car lengths back to Chris Hood in that wounded number 13 machine. Currently, that's going to be good enough to get him into the second row on the inside, though. It's a battle of attrition. Only 2 cars with no damage, the 5 and the 15. Does the 15 have enough pace to chase down the 5? Can the 5 keep it clean enough to keep the 15 at bay? That's what it's going to come down to. LaPierre has fixed... Oh, no! Derek Hilker goes around from the lead, and he collects Chris Hood! Oh, my goodness! Oh, no! Oh, wait, that was the end of the race. Ah! I really need a lap counter. I was so excited by the race, I lost track of... I didn't believe that was 10 laps already. Holy mackerel. All right, well, never mind, I guess. Is there a lap counter I can add to this thing? I have a new stream control thing that I'm going to be testing out to this evening. And I'm going to see if I can add a lap counter to it. Lap counter. There we go. We're going to see if that works, just for funsies. Alright. I hope that works. We're going to give it a try. Alright. I'm going to go back into Sim, and I got to unplug this and plug it back in to make sure it's working properly. You're going to hear a disconnect and a connect noise. Do not worry. That is just me adjusting some of my equipment. So, what does that set for our feature? Your feature, as crazy as that was, I lost track of exactly what was happening there. Too crazy to keep track of. So, we're going to go to position. Your pole sitter. So Derek Hilker did not only wreck because it was after the caution. Apologies, Derek. I lost track of where we were in the race. It was so much fun, I couldn't keep up with it. So, pole sitter for the feature, Derek Hilker in the 5 car. Romano, second in the 15 car. Chris Hood brings it home third. Gary Greenlee in the W Bird is fourth. Zach Davidson, despite being 4 laps down after that wreck, is able to finish 5th. And Trevor LaPierre will start just as he did from the heat race. The back of the grid, 6th place. He's got some work to do. Now, I am going to go out and test something here real quick, folks, so bear with me. As I said, I have a new stream controller device, and I'm hoping to test it by intentionally black flagging myself. Now, can I clear my own black flags? It isn't working. Not working. Darn it. Oh, no, there it went. Wow, that button takes forever. That is not going to cut the mustard. Exit track, exit track. Alright, well. So, that being the case, I need to go and make sure I know what my buttons are. Text chat. Yellow is 6. Clear all is 0. Copy that. And camera and screen capture. S and D. I want those to be D and F. That way I can just go right up to it. That makes more sense in my brain. Actually, that may be better there. See you next time. That makes the most sense to me. Next car is the previous car. C. We're going to try that here, see if that's a little easier to compute. Nope, that is backwards. I'm going to put that back. Trying to avoid the issue we had last week where I accidentally threw a caution by having my commands wrong. That makes more sense to me. Yep, alright, we're good there. And then can I do this? It does work, I just have to press and hold it. Okay. PB3. That is the slowest input I've ever experienced. It's absolutely atrocious. Alright. Oh, either way. Definitely probably going to return that thing. Not impressed with it so far. For those of you who don't know, I'm trying to use a 5-fine ampli-game to control the night stream, and the response time is 0 to 3 months on the button clicks. So, not super impressed so far with the 5-fine ampli-game. I have their microphone, I love it. Their Stream Deck, not so much. But we'll see how it goes. Make sure I have plenty of liquid, my system tonight. So I am going to be talking my head off. So we watch Greenlee continuing to make laps. That Underbird, I know he does all of his own paint schemes, and he, like I, very much enjoys the spec map aspect of painting. So you will see Greenlee with a whole lot of chrome and satin finish on his vehicles, as well as a lot of flat and matte parts as well. They're just look super cool, especially under the lights. The car really catches the light and reflects cool colors. It's very, very fun. Oh! Not when you take the nose off it, though, Gary. He has destroyed that Thunderbird. Alright. Chris Hood making laps out there. And that hostile takeover bank. I love that was Chick Hicks' real sponsor. It's just such a... Oh! I assume the practice session must be over. Yes, it is. Alright. We did have 6 and 0, correct? Make sure I know my commands tonight. Text chat. Yellow is 6. 0. And all 4 of my camera buttons are right there. I know what we got. We're in good shape. Alrighty.
Drivers, welcome to South Boston Speedway. Gentlemen, start your engine!
That is the pre-race driver command, brought to you by Cameron Romano in that outside pole position. With the command to give engines fired, let's go through your starting lineup for the South Boston Speedway Street Stock Special. Your pole sitter in the number 5, definitely not a Thunderbird Chevrolet Lumina. It's the old style beer number 5, Derek Hilker. To his outside, it's the Kiss Rest in Peace Ace Frehley tribute. That is the 15 of Cameron Romano. Inside row 2, it's the Chick Hicks tribute car, the number 13 Hostile Takeover Bank. That is Chris Hood. Outside row 2, the number 69 W Bird. We've seen him a lot tonight in that bright yellow, black and chrome machine. That's Gary Greenlee. Inside row 3, the only casino on track this evening. It's the Skull Bandit Patch 'em Up Rust Bucket. It's Zach Davidson. And your final qualifier tonight, the number 23 Panther Wonderbread Machine. That is Trevor LaPierre. And can I just say, the Monte Carlo headlights on the Street Stock Panther is a cursed thing to see. We watch as our competitors come down the back straightaway, 2x2. Pace truck should be coming in this time by. Indeed, Pace truck is in. We're away and racing here at South Boston. They're 3 wide in the back, 2 wide out front, and 1 wide in the lead. It's Derek Hilker, your pole sitter, out to a strong first lap. We get a wider camera shot here. It's hard to see what's happening on the track. Whoa, a little bit of a wreck in the back, but they've kept it gathered up. Race will stay green. Ooh, Dubby Bird getting into the outside wall. Davidson trying to rip the bottom. Back to your leaders. One by one they go all the way through turns 1 and 2. Clean and green as the 13 gets a little bit loose coming off of 2. Manages to keep it gathered up. Let's see if we can get a little bit better view from the blimp cam here. South Boston Speedway does not have the best camera angles, I'm afraid. Greenlee wide, Davidson inside, 13, 15, and 5 all in line. Oh, no! Can he get that car righted before the leaders come around? He does indeed. All right. Greenlee gets the car righted. Go to camera angle 2 here, see if this is a little better to watch it from. Hilker through 1 and 2. Romano close to follow. Hood right behind. Greenlee sticking it out with that damaged vehicle, hoping for the caution. Davidson back and forth. A little bit of nose damage on that number 19, but he's going to keep it rolling. Looks like the handyman's secret weapon there, duct tape on that door, holding it together. Oh no! Chris Hood goes around. Caution is out. Oh, Hilker wanted an EOL despite having the lead and staying out front. Very interesting. Only 8 laps on the board as Hilker retains the lead. Romano, second. Gary, looks like he's running 5th right now. He's going to be a lap down. He's going to come down for damage repair. He pretty much has to.
Derek, you're not fooling me with that fake out, bud.
15 car given the 5-order taunt. 19 does not go to pit. 23 looks like he already burned his yellow, or his fasty. Yep, he definitely did. And Hood also keeping things clean at the moment. He's going to stay out on track. Greenlee taking his set of tires early tonight. Wow. Bold strategy there from the 69 cars we watch him take 4 tires. Certainly did not expect that. We watch as the field comes by.
We'll just do the green. Guys, I got bad news. I'm all out of Tylenol.
Gotta pop the oxy instead.
I'm proud to say I had surgery and didn't even need to take the oxy, so. All right. Looks like the pace truck has gathered the field back up. I do believe we are 1 to green this time.
Derek, you got to line up on the outside. I'm right behind you.
All right, I forgot we do single file restarts in this league. All right, we're back away and racing. Keep in mind the 23 and the 69 are still laps down. Caution laps do not count in this league. So the 69 and the 23 trying to get their laps back by staying in the race. Going for a look on the 5. Whoa, mama, we got some action. Oh, and the 5 into the wall. Did the 69 keep it together? Yes, he did. That might have knocked the toe off of the 5. That could be problems. Oh, dear. 5 into the wall. Hard again. 23 out front, but not your leader. Your leader currently, I believe, it is. It's the 15 of Romano. 19 goes high. 5 car trying to work his way back underneath of the 19. Trying to take back what was his before. 23 actually out to a run here. Trevor Lapierre 6th, dead last currently in this session. However, if he can catch a caution right now, that will put him back on the lead lap, I do believe. Is he 1 lap down? No, he is 5 laps down. I take that back. So he will definitely be still a lap down, but that'll get one of them back. Whoa, what happened? Oh no, it's Gary again. By the looks of it, that might be it tonight for the W Bird, folks. I believe he's already used his 1 fast repair. Let's go back and see what happened to Gary. That is a trashed race car. Did he have help? No. Oh, and Chris Hood gets a piece of it. 69 destroyed. Oh, no. It's a cool paint scheme, Gary, but that right front wheel is a hurtin', I'm afraid, my friend. That one is going to be done for the evening. I think he used his fast repair. Let's find out. If he didn't, I'm going to bet that's too much damage and it's done for the day. Does it come to the attention of the pit crew? Does it stay on as a spawned vehicle? That will be the question.
Field goes 2 to green.
Now, with that being said, let's catch up with the front of the field here. Leader, Romano. 2nd place, Hilker. Only lost 1 spot after that exit of 2 wall incident. Davidson with some stoved-in nose damage. Still gonna persevere on in that casino. And LaPierre, with his 1 fast repair burned up, still has a chance.
Derek, just wanted to let you know your wheel is looking pretty straight, so I'm not sure if you still have damage or not.
Field is 1 to green. Field is 1 to green. Going green this time.
All right. You heard your leader, Cameron Romano. That will be a
8 minutes of repairs and 3 minutes of optional.
There's the report from Greenlee. 11 total minutes of damage done to that W Bird. That will unfortunately be the end of the run for the win here tonight for the 69. He may have enough time to rejoin, but we'll find out as we go green again. Trevor Lapierre trying to get another one of his laps back here to start the 2nd restart up after yellow. Romano trying to ring the high side on. Whoa, no, Trevor. Did he get it gathered up? He's going to bring that car back down pit road. Okay. The Ace Frehley tribute car out to the lead. Hilker wide. Davidson looking underneath. Lots of action to call in this one already, and we're only 16 laps into it. 15 car trying to keep things smooth and steady. We got a battle for 2nd. Whoa! Davidson with a tank slapper coming off of 3 or 4, excuse me, trying to save that. He looked under Hilker. He got into the throttle too early and had to back out. Woo! 19 and 13 having a moment too. All the teen cars having trouble tonight here, with the exception of that number 15, excuse me. Cameron Romano, no troubles for him so far. I believe that is one of the only cars on the track without damage to this point. I am sure he is looking to keep it that way. LaPierre rejoins the track, albeit more laps down. That will bring a 5th car back into contention on track. Even if it's not for the win, it will be something to worry about for these drivers. Hilker trying to chase down the 15. We got a battle for the lead. What have we got? Pretty orderly behind him. Romano with the slower but shorter line around the inside. Hilker with that wider, swingier arc. Definitely has the momentum advantage ringing that high side. It's a longer way around, but if you can average a faster time over the same distance, yellow is out. What happened here? Uh-oh. Looks like it might have been the 13 of Chris Hood. And indeed it was. Let's see what happened to the 13 of Hood. Comes off 4, just gooses it a little too much, and parks it. Yellow is out. All right. Well, luckily for Hood, he did a very good job. He locked that car down. No damage to that 13 machine, it appears. If it is minor. And that will put him, I believe, still on. Indeed, still on the lead lap. He is in good shape for the moment. Why is Zach Davidson being strong? Third. Oh, okay. Ignore the finishing position currently. Zach Davidson is not third. He is 4 laps down. Him and Chris Hood are swapped positions. I am... oh, no, wait, that's the heat race. Huh. Never mind. I'm looking at the wrong thing. They changed this, and I'm still getting used to it. Pay no mind. The guy's still learning the new UI. All right. Davidson, with 22 of 50 laps complete, is going to bring his 19 machine down pit road for service and attention. Hood coming down again for some attention. Not sure exactly if he's looking for damage repair or what. Davidson going to be looking to take 4 tires. Those Hoosier Comanche radials are going to be scorched. Let's see if some fresh rubber under that number 19 car gives him any kind of drive. That's all right, Gary. This is a tough track. I spun it myself multiple times doing the test laps.
1 to green.
This track is extremely devious for spins. I believe the only 2 people without a spin tonight, if it makes you feel better, Gary, are the 5 and the 15, Hilker and Romano. Davidson has had a couple of loops, and I think, actually, I take that back. Hilker looped it a couple times in practice as well. And I think Cameron did too, so I think we've all had wrecks tonight. This track is particularly tricky. Green flag's back out and racing. Back out and we're away and racing again. Let's go. Looks like we've got the 15 of Romano out front. The 5 of Hilker second. 23 of Lapierre just trying to get his laps back. He's still back in 5th. 4th place is the... I think they just put him up. Yep, there it updated. There he's 3rd. 19 of Davidson up to 3rd. Let's see how hard the 23s fights him. I think he's just going to give up the position being laps down. Davidson and Lapierre are friends. I don't believe they will give each other too hard of a time if it's not for position. Davidson with clean running room and some fresh tires. Look at him hunt down the 5 and 15. He has the grip and he's not afraid to use it. Davidson trying to find a way to the front. New competitor. Whoa, did he save it? He saved it. Good save. Davidson way out of the groove there. Might have had to get out of it on brake. That braking zone might have upset that 19 car a little bit. Whoa, Derek. Derek Hilker right down the bumper of the 15. He had it right to within a nose. Whoa, Derek. Oh, and Zach gets a piece of the wall. Wow, Derek Hilker is right there, and Zach Davidson is challenging. Davidson to the low side as Hilker got loose off of 4. Hilker and Davidson switched. Davidson to 2nd. That 19 car is putting those fresh Hoosier Comanches to good use. He is absolutely setting them ablaze, driving them all the way from 4th up to 2nd, and he's trying to challenge for the lead. Look at the grip difference he has coming off the corner on the 5 and 15. That 19 car with those fresh tires is hooked up. Oh, the 5 gets a wiggle. Can the 19 find an opening to find a move on the 15? He might have to give him the bumper at the short track, and as it was once famously said, try to rattle his cage a little bit. Davidson usually a pretty clean racer. I think he's going to try to make the move clean before he has to resort to that. Although that is short track racing, so anything's possible. My money would be on Davidson, waiting for the 15 of Romano to make a mistake on those older tires. That 15 car running fast, but certainly not infallible. And old tires make it easy to make one simple mistake. Romano, though, a seasoned driver. Lots of laps, lots of experience, and a lot of control over that 15. Pretty uneventful at the back so far. Hood and Lapierre continuing to make laps. Hood, your fourth place car, just trying to keep it within reach in case something happens. There's the mistake Davidson was looking for. 15 loses it up the high side of the track. Can the 19 stick his nose in? 19's got the low side advantage. That's exactly where he wants to be. The 15 car has no choice but to relent. With the best line gone, the 19 takes the lead on the fresh tires. He's away in racing. 15 to go. Whoa, Derek. Derek saved it. Wow, good save from the 5 car there. Looked like he was going around for a minute, and I could not find him on track with the camera circle. Nineteen car Davidson slowly pulling the lead out from the 15. Where those new Hoosier Comanche radials are really making a difference as he exited the corners. Watch the 19 drive off as the 5 struggles to put power down, just like that. Excuse me, not the 5, 15. 19 just able to put power down, get off that corner, but the 15 struggling at the same pass. 5 at Hilker looks like he may have some damage. He is falling back and fast. Now falling to the clutches. Up the 4th place running, Chris Hood. Excuse me, now 3rd place. The pass has been made official. Trevor Lapierre has ended his evening. Looks like the 23 car will not be finishing tonight's race. That will leave him with a second to last place finish. Unless Greenlee can get that W bird back on track and make up some of the laps. How many laps does he have to make up? Let's take a look at the leaderboard while Davidson continues to lead him. Greenlee 28 laps down, Lapierre only 9. That will be unsurmountable with only 9 to go. Lapierre will take home 5th place tonight. Greenlee will be relegated to 6th. 19 of Davidson trying to make up. He dominated Stafford last week. Led most of the laps. Really held on to his own out front. Only to lose it at the last second. And fall victim into the clutches of the 5 car. This week he's hoping to have a repeat experience without the ending to boot. 19 to the lead, 15 trying to chase him down. The gap is about 6 car lengths as Davidson finally has to deal with lap traffic. Chris Hood in danger of going a lap down. Oof, big died, says Trevor. Yeah, we saw you had to leave the session there. It was unfortunate, but been a lot of people with that trouble. Derek's having trouble tonight too. He's got damage on his 5 car. Gary's out of the race as well. It's South Boston is a tough one, especially when you don't have a big tire to grip like the SK Modifieds. These street stocks are a greasy pig to hang on to. All the action on track right here with the 19 of Davidson lapping the 13 of Hood. 15 in close pursuit trying to make something happen, but I don't think he's going to be able to pull it off. 3 to go from South Boston. Excuse me, 4 to go from South Boston. I thought that was the end of 47. It was the beginning of 40. Now we're 3 to go. I looked at the wrong time. I didn't think he'd crossed the checkers yet, but he had. Keep in mind the position battle is the 19 and the 15. The 13, nothing to do with this fight for the lead. He is merely a sandwich of the 2 leaders. Hood, 1 lap down. Zach Davidson, I'm sure, just trying to keep that car smooth. He's got enough distance on Cameron Romano to keep that car clean and simple as they enter the last lap. Davidson off at 2. He only needs 2 more corners. I think he can coast it home from here. You're not going to hear much throttle on this one, folks. as they come to the checkers. It's the 19 of Zach Davidson. He's going to win at South Boston as the 13 annihilates him. Looks like the 19 might not be doing any donuts tonight, but what a race. Let's take a look at your finishing lineup. There's your winner. What's left of the 19 of Davidson? Second place in the 15 car, Cameron Romano. 3 car, Derek Hilker in the 5 manages to keep third. And Chris Hood has already removed his vehicle from the race. He will take fourth. 5th place, Trevor LaPierre. 6th place, Gary Greenlee.
New tires were the way to go.
Let's dial up our leader. I'm going to drag him into the thing here real quick. So I can't do it yet. Shoot, I can't do it. It's too far away. Oh, wait, can I hide some of these? Zach Davidson, do you have a copy? You may not. I'm going to do this. Now I can. Zach, congratulations.
Hey, make sure you're in drivers or
oh, he can't talk in this chat. Whoops. There you are. I took you to a room you couldn't talk in. Apologies. Welcome in, Zach. Congratulations on the win. How do you feel?
Honestly, feeling pretty good. I took a risk coming in for new tires, but you know what? It worked out.
You were the only one to take tires this race that was in contention. The 15 and the 5 never did take their set of tires. They opted to stay out the entire race. You took the gamble. I assume it was because you were back in traffic and felt like you had nothing to lose?
Pretty much, and honestly, I don't think they had faith in our fellow drivers, because I was like, you know what? I think they're going to make it and keep it green, so I'm going to take them a little bit early, even though it would screw me later. And yep, they kept it green the rest of the way.
I think that was a very good call. You came down just short of the halfway marker, so I'd say a touch early, but I was kind of expecting more people at that lap 22 marker, and I was surprised you were the only taker. I know Gary, with his wounded race car, ended up taking him at like lap 8. And I definitely thought that was too early.
Yeah, I felt like they were going to come in, but when they didn't, I realized it was kind of my only chance. Then I started getting a little bit nervous because getting all 4 tires changed on this track, I felt like I almost went a lap down just getting that done.
Well, the good news is you forget there are pace laps do not count here. So you didn't have to worry about going a lap down.
Twice. I've forgotten that twice in one race.
So, yeah, that's you definitely didn't have any fear there, but I definitely think that was a good call on your part because, I mean, from where you started, you could tell, even watching the broadcast from my side, not being in the car, the 4 tires were faster. Once you were able to get them up to temperature, you could put power down coming out of the corners like the other drivers could not, and it was visible how much faster you were on that fresh rubber.
The second I was able to kind of get around Derek doing that, I realized that was where I was going to have to get Cameron. And he was doing such a good job holding it down on the line that I couldn't actually get the cut back for the longest time. But yeah, once I finally got around him, I felt like I could just drive away. I felt like it was my race to lose after that. And also after last week when DJ ran me down like a dog on his tires that he managed to save. I couldn't risk not getting tires. I just knew I needed new ones.
I think that was very smart. I even commented on that, noting how the 15 was holding the line, and that I pretty much said something. I'm pretty much at this point, I'm betting the 19 is waiting for that 15 car to make a mistake so he can try to poke his nose in, and that was exactly what you did, was take advantage. So.
Oh yeah, the second I saw him slide even a little bit high, I knew I had to go for it.
Well done. Congratulations. Great win. You're now on the books for a win here in the CSC Short Track League. Hopefully we'll be seeing you tomorrow for the Cup Series.
No, I absolutely wouldn't miss it.
Awesome. I'm going to send you back to the other chat now. I'll be there after the stream.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Congrats. That was your race winner, Zach Davidson. I think I have booth terms set so that drivers can talk. Yes, but the distance is so far on Discord, it would not let me drag him that far. It was off screen. So I had to go into the gaming chat right next to you guys. But it worked all the same, so no big deal. I'll have to move the broadcast booth channel to a different place so I can do that easier. But that was an absolute banger of a race here tonight. Lots of action. Pull the runner-up in? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's pull the runner-up in and talk to Cameron Romano. We just spoke to the race winner, so let's see what Romano has to say. Hi, Cameron, second place. Congratulations, good race. I know Davidson had the tire advantage on you, but what was your position from all of that?
You know what? When he got around me, I had a feeling that I wasn't going to be able to catch him. He drove his heart out tonight, and you know what? We've had 5 different winners now in the series, so I'm glad that he was able to add his name to that list. Proud of everybody here at CSC, and proud of everybody in the number 15 camp. Wanted to win for Ace so bad, but I know he's looking down at us, and he's proud.
I think that's well said. And I think you put on a good show. You may not have brought home the win, but you know what? You were one of the cleanest drivers in the field tonight. You and I believe, no, because Derek had an incident towards the end there as well. I believe you had the only clean from damaged vehicle on the racetrack tonight. Davidson did come down earlier in the race to get damage repaired. That's why he was towards the back of the field at one point. Which I actually wanted to ask you about. Why did you opt to not take tires? You and Derek both tried to stay out on the old tires when Davidson came down around the halfway point. I was wondering what your strategy was there.
I just feel like we kind of didn't need to. The tires held up until Zach passed, and then I kind of got a little loose. I did smack the wall coming out of turn 2, trying to hunt him down a little bit, but thankfully there was no major damage.
A little bit of toe knocked out of it was all?
No, not really.
Okay.
Probably just a scratch or something. I'll have to go back and look at the replay, but I was still able to keep the car going. But you know, big props to everybody here at CSC Racing League. Excited to get back to work tomorrow, and looking forward to the next short track race as always.
Agreed. Same here. I think it was definitely a good show, and definitely fun to watch Davidson come from all the way fourth to the front after all that. I was surprised. I didn't think new tires were going to make as big of a difference as they did, but man, you could see him visually faster from the booth up here. I mean, his car just put down power better on those fresh tires. I'm surprised at how big of a difference they really made.
Yeah, he just came out of nowhere, and just like, pardon the French, but holy crap.
Yeah, he came down. There was the lap 22 caution was when he came down for that fresh set of Hoosiers. And I was commentating on it. I watched him, and I'm thinking, all right, it was almost the halfway point. I'm thinking, man, no penalty to really take tires. Lots of other cars with damage. The worst you're going to be is third, maybe fourth. Thinking now would be the time for everybody to come down and take tires if they're gonna. And Zach was the only taker. And I'm thinking, well, this is going to shape up to be interesting, because if this works, we're going to have a big battle for the lead. And if it doesn't, I mean, he's going to be kind of relegated and stuck right where he was before with no advantage. And, I mean, he was able to just waltz right through everybody with that fresh rubber. So, good to know for the future. Yeah. The street stock's more dependent on tires than we thought they would be.
Yeah, pretty much. Looking back on the evening, we had a good heat race. Happy that Derek was able to start up front for the feature. Unfortunate what happened to him in the feature, but we took off a lot of boxes today in the 15 camp. We got a point for leading a lap. We led the most laps out of everybody, and we came home P2 with minimal damage. So the guys at the shop are going to be happy about that. That's all I got to say. Rest in peace, Ace Frehley. You will be missed.
Well said, my friend. Well said. Well, I'm going to let you go. Get back to the call. Great race. I know you wanted the win, but certainly hard to go home disappointed with the solid second-place finish. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
And look forward to seeing you race tomorrow night in the Cup Series.
Absolutely.
Catch you in the general chat in a bit. Good race.
Catch you later.
And that was your second place runner-up, Cameron Romano, in that 15 car. Whew. Move the booth just below the other VCs. Perfect. Thank you, Gary. And hello, Derek. Well done. You know, I know you had a tough race tonight, but well done setting the pole in the heat race there. You were running good. Wished I had pitted. I was surprised nobody else took that pit stop. That was a really fun strategy race to watch. Surprising for the street stocks, but it was a good show. I was very satisfied with the race quality as well as the action we had on track. We had a lot of good action tonight, so happy you guys were able to put on a fun race. I know it was fun to watch. I know you had some frustrated drivers out there tonight with some damage and etc. on their cars, but still very, very fun to watch, and happy we were able to put on a good show tonight. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night here. Remember, tomorrow night, CSC Cup Series race. Let's pull up our schedules and see where we're headed next. Tomorrow night is the Cup Series, and it's our Indy 500 special. 250 laps around Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Or excuse me, not 250 laps, 250 miles. Miles. There'll be a lot of racing. 250 miles around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 100 laps. Competitors will be in the Dallara IR-18 or DW-12. They have their option of two different vehicles. So we'll have to see which car comes out victorious and who's going to take what. So that'll be an interesting race tomorrow night. Certainly tune in for that. And next week in the Short Track League, it's week number 6. We do have excuse me, I take that back. We have an off week for the next 2 weeks in this league. As the Halloween holiday is upon us, we have taken some time off for that for folks in our community to go to Halloween events and etc. Friday nights, of course, very popular for Halloween parties and the like. So the Short Track League will be back in 3 weeks. November the 14th. And we are actually off for 3 weeks straight. I didn't catch that. Now, November 7th, we're off. It is NASCAR Championship weekend. So we want to make sure all of our competitors and viewers are able to tune into that and watch to their heart's content. We don't want to interfere with that. So we're going to pick up after the NASCAR Championship weekend. November 14th, this league will resume at Hickory Speedway. So until tomorrow night, it's been a blast, folks. My name is Soji Sakata. We will catch you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Later. Oh, I take that back. I just saw a message. So it looks like the NASCAR Championship weekend is the 31st, Halloween, so I think our schedule's still on. We'll keep you posted on that, folks. I'll have to check with our scheduling department and see if we actually are or not racing. I'm not 100% sure. I will clarify that tomorrow night on stream. We'll verify. So have a great night, everybody. Later.